So I wanted to talk about the conscious mind. See, for me, in my experience, I've been in many different tight situations, right? And tight situations means, for example, life and death situations, not because I'm a tough guy, I'm not. I've been in physical fighting. I've been in places where I've had to be around gunfire. That doesn't make me tough. There are people been through a lot worse. But what I'm trying to say there is that there are certain responses and reactions that happen at those points where a lot happens in a very short period of time. So you don't have time to think. You need to just do it, right? So why am I saying this? Because this is also very similar to a very heavy lift. You don't have time to think too much, right? You derive your confidence from the doing that you've been doing for a long time, right? So the problem, what it is in society today, is that people only fill their conscious mind with a lot of thinking, and a lot of it is junk thinking. Eating junk food, like junk thinking, because you also eat food for thought, just like you eat physical food, right? And the problem with that food is that if you don't do anything with it, then you never digest it. It starts to rot within you. You become mentally obese, right? And you begin to be very afraid when you take too much in and do nothing with it. So the more you start doing things with it, even if it's junk food for thought, you start proving it. And then what happens is you start graduating towards better foods naturally. Because of your body is demanding something better. It starts telling you, right? So why am I saying all this food and, we live in the information, even post-information age, where there's so much information out there, and it happens so rapidly. Next thing someone is talking about what so-and-so's technique, so-and-so's this, so-and-so's that, and so-and-so said this, and so-and-so said that, and there's 50,000 people saying 58,000 different things. You see? And the problem is, what are you doing with all that? The answer is usually nothing, because there's too much information in your brain, right? The idea is to take one or two things and practice them, right? The reason why people get into this information battle, right? Because you want to show that you know something. You see, to really know something, it needs to go from your brain into your heart and then grow into your whole being. That thought that you put inside from your brain to your heart, as you start doing things, it starts to grow within you. And then after a period of time when you've mastered a thought, right? You have that epiphany in your conscious mind. Over time you say, oh man, that's what it is. Oh man, but you have to go through that struggle. So what we do in the meantime is our physical bodies, as powerlifters or people that do physical things, they have a muscle memory, right? Many times you've been in a situation, people say, oh, how did you do that? I didn't know how I did it, it just happened, right? Why? Because I've put my body through a lot of different trainings, so it has developed its own muscle memory. Your hand has got a muscle memory, right? Your ligaments have memory, whether you like it or not, it's the truth. Your heart has memory, your tendons, your endocrine system has memory, because it's used to doing something a certain way. So you teach your body through constant repetition all these different ways, these patterns of doing things, right? That's why it becomes hard when you develop the wrong thing, right? To go back and start doing the right thing, right? But nonetheless, we all have this memory, muscle memory, body memory. All our addictions are just memories that we've done over a long period. We've been doing things with those for a long period of time, whether it's alcohol, whatever it is, right? So that's the idea of understanding that you can't put everything in your conscious brain. It's a very small, minute thing. What has to happen is you need to develop a revelation in your conscious brain that comes over time when you begin to master something. Then you can think about it. Many times you say, people who are in a fight, they don't think about it. It becomes automatic. What do they mean automatic? It's part of your muscle memory. So you just react because of all the training that you've done. You see? So you have to have faith. You need to let go. Stop thinking too much. Just basic things in the cues for thinking. Keep it closed, chest up, tight grip. These basic things. You can't start analyzing, in detail. Oh yeah, I'm going to... When a bullet flies, it doesn't know your name. It doesn't give you time to say, oh yeah, he's thinking about it. Let me move the other way in the first place. No. It's going to kill you. So the same thing with the weights. You start thinking too much and nothing, it's too much. You've wasted too much energy, too much internal energy. You need to learn how to combine the internal energy with the physical energy to make it one. You see? So mastery, when you can think about something and lift at the same time, it's usually people that have done it for a very, very, very long time. Right? So my advice to you and to myself before that is to learn your thinking from your doing. So take a few things here and there and start doing a lot with it. And you begin to learn, you see? You begin to learn all these different things. And then over time, when you do more than you talk and think, you now start talking the right way and learn to be quick to listen and to do and very slow to speak. Because you speak with your actions, right? So stop overloading your brain. And especially with all the junk, people go on the internet and they look here, look there, look here, look there. One says this is good for you, the other one says it's bad. The other one says it's half good, half bad. The other one says it's a quarter good, 3/4 bad. Who are you going to follow? You're going to know who's telling the truth when you start doing those things, right? When you get into a life and death situation, you realize, oh man, this is not all the hype what people are saying. And you start becoming arrogant off of eating only empty words. You see, and you start thinking, oh, if I get in that, I'll do it. But you never got in anything in your life. You live your whole life in a room in front of a screen. You can't do that. You got to go do something with it. Then you have proof that you can prove something. Then you can put a video for other people to watch what you do. Not watching what other people are doing and you're doing nothing. And all you do is talk about so-and-so's routine and so-and-so's technique and what so-and-so bought and what assistance and equipment they have. Who cares about all that? Right? So in the end, my friends, stop thinking too much, right? And start putting things inside your internal being. To put things inside your internal being, it comes from doing things. Doing a lot. And then as you keep doing it, it begins to birth a revelation, the epiphany, into your conscious mind. Oh man, that's what that is. Oh man, that's what that is. You see? And in your heart, that understanding is born about what this whole thing is about. When to do something, when to not do something. You see? So stop trying to let the internet do it for you and other people, and then just be quoting them like a parrot so that you can sound smart, right? And show that I know this and I know that. That means because I'm talking about it, people assume that you do it. That's all speculation. If you want to be a person of substance, then you'll not be involved in all the talking. You'll be talking through your actions, and the revelations will be being born inside, slowly, surely, and naturally.